Tools and Techniques to Foster Active Learning is part of the video series by virtual campus teachers on effective blended learning practices. How do you ensure that students are actively participating in an online class and not just passively listening?
Student participation is a must during online classes, as this is how you know they are involved in their learning. There are many tools available to kind of see the student at work and whether they're trying to understand a new material or reviewing it. There are also techniques that we use regularly in order to stimulate participation from the students. For example, we'll do small group instruction or practice using breakout rooms, or we will question students to give them the opportunity to answer via the chat simultaneously. They can use a private chat for that, which is something that can never happen in a face to face class. We also tell and demonstrate students how to use the pen tools and other reaction tools that are right in Zoom so they can respond that way as well. The idea is to provide ample time for students to think, do some work, and respond. So, dead air does not mean that they're not working. It can just be that they are working through the problem or thinking through the situation in order to give an appropriate answer.
I like to give warm-up questions at the start of my classes. These tasks not only give the students a chance to settle in, but are also meant to challenge their thinking of the concepts and procedures we've discussed. At the end of the warm-up time, we will often review the solutions together, but when the task does not have one correct answer, then I like to have the students do their work through Desmos or ClassKick. Both Desmos and ClassKick have a dashboard that you can use to monitor the students as they progress through your activity. Here is an example of the Desmos dashboard. You can see that this is broken down student by student, and the little dots indicate that this student has either interacted with or completed that particular task. I can also go in and see their individual responses to specific questions. This is the equivalent of walking around a classroom and peeking over the student's shoulder as they work. This allows you to interact with the students, give feedback, and of course intervene when they're having conceptual difficulty.
A fun way to encourage active learning during live instructional time is by using online games. Here are two examples of popular websites offering online games, and they are Kahoot and Bluekit. Both have many ready-made games, or teachers can create games that apply to the current concept seen in class. These games can be played individually or in teams and can be used to review concepts, prepare for test, or as an exit interview for new material. Many modes are available which offer different challenges, and some students who do not speak up during the course of a regular class session will be very engaged during such games, allowing for some very quick formative assessment. Many of the labs in the science courses of the virtual campus are done using online interactives and simulation, such as concept builders found at the physicsclassroom.com or at FET Interactive Simulations. During live instructional time, the simulation or interactive video can be shown to the students. Questions asked to the students can be answered in public or private chat in Zoom. As you question the group, their answer allows you to directly address any misconception and realign students as you cover the material. As a side note, most of these online tools mentioned above can be used by student directly on smartphone, tablets, or PC. The fact that they are user-friendly makes it accessible quickly by all.
What is your favorite tool that promotes active learning online? Why?
This table shows you a small sample of the tools available to teach online. It's been broken down so you may select the right tool to reach a learning objective in the subject you are teaching. The table will also help you select the right tool that will provide the environment in which you want students to learn from. What are my favorite tools? Well, I use many, but I will limit myself to a few and I will explain why. For example, for class content delivery, my go-to tool is definitely VoiceThread. This allows students to move from slide to slide at their own pace, copy notes if they want to, and they can leave a question or even work through a problem directly on the slide. For live class individual practice, which is not always my teaching technique, and or review, I really enjoy ClassKick. ClassKick allows me to follow each student individually. I can see their progress. I can give feedback. Student can use a raise hand symbol to contact me. They can write a question to which I will answer directly, everything right in ClassKick. So this is why I really like this tool for individual practice. For check-ins, well, sorry. I also am trying to use some values in apps that will allow me to save a bit of time. So Google Form is my go-to app that allows me to collect data very quickly, manipulate the data, give feedback to the students, and even give them their actual result if there is a result format. What's important is that all of these tools allow students to go at their own pace, revisit to have a look at feedback from the teacher, and they can appreciate their progress and achievements.